Well, out here in Idaho, somebody got themselves charged up and pumped up because they saw or came from a rally, a white supremacist rally, and they were very inspired. So they went to this bar and they saw a black guy with his friends, and he was really drunk and really inspired because he just came out of this white power meeting with all his buddies in Idaho and said, here's some black guys. I'm going to do everything I just heard about in the meeting. So let's harass this black guy with the shades on and tell him and call him the N-word and tell him he needs to get out of town, the place he lives. Let's see how that turns out. Are y'all ready for that? Are y'all ready for that, boys and girls? Let's see how that worked out for him. He thought it'd be a good idea to practice white supremacy with a brother named Marlon. It's not a good idea to mess with a brother named Marlon Baker. That just sounds like a name you don't want to mess with. Coming down a dark alley, you don't want to go mess with a Marlon Baker. Marlon Baker sounds like he gonna be beating on you for about a half an hour till the cops show up, and he still ain't gonna care. Marlon Baker don't sound like he's gonna be too worrying about your disposition. So you might want to leave a Marvin Baker alone. Go find you a David or a Thomas or John. You know, they might want an explanation. But not a Marlon Baker. Marlon Baker, you might be in trouble for a long period of time. So, let's see what happens.
White supremacist picks a fight with the wrong guy, landing himself in jail. It might have been avoided if he had just taken the time to read what was on the other guy's T-shirt. Country's Ashley Cortland joins us now live with details.
Randy, what one man hoped would be a quiet 4th of July weekend turned into his worst nightmare. But it all stopped with just one punch. It all started with a game of pool. Marlon Baker says he and his friend Lisa were in Bayview, Idaho last Sunday to see the fireworks. Baker says a man named Darren Abbey, an admitted white supremacist, started calling him racial slurs and told him to leave town or he would stab him.
I had to take my friends, well, he didn't use that word, but I had to take them and they had to leave just like me.
So Baker left the bar, but says Abbey followed, harassing him. Then Baker says Abbey allegedly jumped toward him.
He did a motion like he was going to do something.
So he says he acted fast and punched Abbey right in the face, knocking him out.
This is straight right hand. That's all it was. And it's really good that he stepped into it.
Abbey was arrested and taken into custody. In a phone interview from the Kootenai County Jail, he told me he didn't do it. He's the victim.
I would not just go around threatening people or saying I'm going to stab somebody or just because they're not white.
Abbey says he only wanted to talk to Baker when he was attacked.
He must have came up behind me and hit me over the head with a rock or some kind of object.
But police say every witness at the scene says otherwise. Baker says he didn't want it to happen, and maybe it wouldn't have if Abbey would have read Baker's shirt.
Howard Street Boxing Club.
Street Boxing Club.
Spokane, Wisconsin. Now he the victim. Can you believe that? Now he the victim. Oh, he must have hit me with a rock or something.
Victim.
I would not just go around threatening people or saying I'm going to stab somebody or just because they're not white.
Abbey said
the whole bar knew that this was a lie. The whole bar, all the witnesses in there said, no, this dude came in there and started.
He wanted to talk to Baker when he was attacked.
He must have came up behind me and hit me over the head with a rock.
No, that's called a fist. And they hurt this time of year. So I understand you was pumped up from your white power movement and you felt really inspired. And you thought that those words was going to help you out against a brother in a bar and you found out and you got the full effects of what goes wrong when you come out of them rallies and meetings. Something just jumped out at him, wasn't it? That quick right hand you took and went down, you are lucky it stopped like right there with just one straight right hand. That's one right hand that put you out. Imagine if it was two. Imagine if it was three. Imagine if it was four. Should have just had a beer, watched the fireworks, and went home. Nah, I couldn't do that, could you? Now you in jail thinking, why didn't I just go home and have that beer? See, this is what happens. This is what happens when you try to harass a stranger. This is what happens, Larry. This is the results. You went night-night at 5 in the afternoon. You ready to go night-night? Somebody ready to go night-night? Oh, he got hit with a one piece. He didn't even get the biscuit. He got caught with a one-hitter quitter. I wanted to talk to him. What you want to talk to him about? I just wanted to talk to him. Okay, you want to talk? Crack. Good conversation. Woo-wee. Man. I hope he learned from this. I hope when he go back into that meeting and he tried to say 20 brothers jumped him and they look at him like, you notice none of your crew members came to help you out your rally. Why is that? Well, they know when to keep their mouths shut. They only do that rah-rah stuff when they're amongst themselves. They ain't stupid enough to go out in public and think they could just harass a brother where he's sitting there. And they don't have the numbers. See, they're cowards. And that's what cowards do. Cowards wait to jump people when they by themselves and then try to get tough. That's cowardly. Because you got 20 people with you. Then you feel brave. But you thought you could be brave by yourself and do a 50-50 fair fight. Woo. Wasn't a good idea for you. And that's why harassing people is not a good idea, folks. I'm out.